Good evening, students, and today we are going to start a new topic, that is sex determination. Sex determination. Now, how sex is determined in any organism is based on the sex chromosomes. But it had been a puzzle for all the geneticists because they were not knowing about the mechanism which is deciding the sex. So, the sex determination has always been a puzzle, and the initial clue about the genetic and chromosomal mechanism of sex determination can be traced back to some of the experiments carried out in insects. So, first of all, the experiments were carried out in insects, and the cytological observations made in a number of insects led to the development of the concept of genetic chromosomal basis of sex determination. That means the work was done on insects first of all to determine the sex determination. Now, Henking was the scientist. In 1891, he could trace a specific nuclear structure all through the spermatogenesis. Now, you know what is spermatogenesis, how the sperms are formed, the male gamete is formed. And during this formation of male gamete, he could trace a specific nuclear structure all through the stages of spermatogenesis in few insects. And he also observed that 50% of the sperms were receiving this structure and 50% were not receiving it. That means he observed that 50% of the sperms received this structure, whereas the other 50% sperms did not receive it. So Henking gave a name to this structure as the X body. Like in mathematics, in algebra, when you don't know the value, you put it X, no? So similarly, he gave the this structure, he named this structure as X body. But after that, he could not explain anything about its significance, that what is it and what is its significance. Then further investigations were done by the other scientists, and they led to the conclusion that the X body of Henking was in fact a chromosome. It was a chromosome, and that is why it was given the name X chromosome. Now, due to the involvement of X chromosome in the determination of sex, it was found that this X chromosome is involved in the determination of sex. So, it was designated to be the sex chromosome. So, all chromosomes of any organism can be divided into two types: autosomes and sex chromosomes. So this X chromosome was designated as sex chromosome, and the rest of the chromosomes were named as autosomes. Now, there are different types of sex determination mechanism. First of all, we learn about the XO0. Actually, it is zero type of sex determination. In a large number of insects, this is basically found in insects, the sex determination is of XO type. Now, all eggs bear an additional X chromosome besides the other chromosomes. Eggs are what? Female gametes. So it was found that the female gametes of a large number of insects, they are having one X chromosome with other autosomes. And some sperms also, that is the male gametes also, were having the X chromosomes, but all of them were not having this X chromosome. So all female gametes were having additional X chromosome, but all male gametes were not having X. Some of them were having X and some of them were not having this chromosome. Now the eggs fertilized by the sperm having an X chromosome. Now, few sperms had X chromosome and few sperms do not have X chromosomes. Now, all eggs were having X. So, if the egg is fertilized by the sperm having X chromosome, then what would be the result? The result in the zygote would be XX, a pair of X, and that became female. And the egg which was fertilized by the sperm which do not have X chromosome, then the zygote was having X0, XO. So this X0 means they were becoming males. Now, grasshopper is an example. Grasshopper is an example of exotype of sex determination in which the males have only one X chromosome. Now, if the male is having only one sex chromosome, the number of chromosomes are also different in male and female here. In these insects, the number of chromosomes are different in male and female. Here, the males, some of the male, they are having only one X, and so sex chromosome is only one, whereas females are having a pair of X chromosomes. So two sex chromosomes in females, whereas in males only one sex chromosome. And the number of chromosomes in grasshopper male is the 2n, that is the diploid number is 23. That is 22 plus X in some sperms and 22 plus no X, that is 0 in others. So this diploid was 23 and females, the 2n number was 24. So in females, the female gamete was having 12, that is haploid number was 12. Clear? So X and X, XX were the sex chromosome, a pair of X is found in the females, whereas in case of males there is only one sex chromosome, that is X, and in this one chromosome and no other sex chromosome, so that makes 22 plus 1 sex chromosome. Total number of chromosomes in male is 23. So this is the difference in this type of sex determination mechanism, which is called X0. X0 is that in some sperms X is present, 50% and 50% no X is present. So in males, when this the sperms which are not having any X chromosome, when they fertilize the egg, it become male grasshopper, and in zygote the number of chromosomes are 23. So this type is called X0. Another type of sex determination is XY type of sex determination. First of all, let me show you this. Yes, see here, this is the X0 type of. A is autosomes. So autosomes plus X0. This is male. And autosomes plus XX. This is female. Now this is 22 plus X, that is 23. 2n number is 23. Here 22 plus 2, that is 24. This is, we are talking about grasshopper. So what would be the gametes? A plus X and A plus no X. So sperms can have A plus 22 plus X, or they would have 22 with no X chromosome. Now, what would be the female gametes? A plus X and A plus X. That means all eggs are giving X. They are contributing X chromosome for the formation of zygote. Now, if we see this Punnett square, here are our gametes. These are the male gametes. These are the female gametes. So, the result would be AA plus XX, AA plus XX, AA plus X0, AA plus X0. So 50% probability is of having male grasshoppers where the number of chromosomes are 23, 22 plus 1, 23. And 50% probability is that the number of chromosomes would be 24 and the progeny is female and it is having a pair of X chromosomes. Now, second type is XY type of sex determination. Now, in XY type, like we are having XY type of determination in a number of other insects. The other insects and mammals, including men, they have XY type of sex determination. Now here both male and female have same number of chromosomes. Like we in males 46, in females also 46. So what we are having is, in females we are having 44 plus XX, a pair of X, whereas in case of males we are having 44 plus XY. But the total number of chromosomes are same. Among the males, X and Y chromosomes are present as sex chromosomes, and Y chromosome is distinctly smaller than X chromosome. The Y chromosome, the structure of Y chromosome is very small compared to the X chromosome. Now, males have autosomes and XY, and females have autosomes and XX chromosomes. Now, examples are Drosophila. Like yesterday, we saw the experiments of Morgan on X chromosome. So Drosophila is also having XY type of sex determination, and human beings. In this type, the males produce two different types of gametes. Like when the spermatogenesis taking place in the testes, the half of the sperms are with X and half are having Y, because when X and Y at the formation of gamete formation, when they segregate, so half of the gametes are receiving X and half are receiving Y. So some sperms are with X and some sperms are with Y. So they have different types of gametes in male. So this phenomenon, this is known as male heterogamety. This is called male heterogamety. That means the male gametes are different in nature. The male gametes may have X chromosome, the male gametes may have Y chromosome. So there is difference. They are different. That's why it is called male heterogamety. And this is present in Drosophila. This is present in human beings. Now here, sperm is responsible for the sex of the child. Whatever is the contribution of the sperm, that decides what would be the sex of the child. If the sperm is contributing Y, then the child would be baby boy. If the sperm is contributing X, then the child would be baby girl. So that means biologically, even the father cannot choose that which sperm is going to fertilize. But biologically, father is responsible for the sex. But this means biologically, mother has no role to play in determining the sex of the child. But still, in our country, in remote places, the mother or the ladies are to be blamed for having girls, having female fetus, having baby girls. They think that it is the mother who is deciding who is responsible for the sex of the. So this is a myth. This is still going on. So you all people should be aware about this biological fact that the sex of the child is not because of the mother. The sex of the child is because of the father. It is father, it is the contribution of the sperm that decides the sex of the child. If the sperm containing X chromosome is fertilizing, because egg has to offer only X. So if the sperm containing X chromosome is fertilizing the egg, then the result would be baby girl. And if the sperm having Y chromosome is fertilizing the egg, the result would be baby boy. So biologically, if we see the sperm, the male gamete, the contribution of the father is responsible for the sex of the child, not the mother. See this is the grasshopper. Grasshopper is also having the same grasshopper I showed you, XX and X0. So this is female has to offer X and X. Female is having 24 chromosomes, whereas male is having only female is having 24 and male is having only 23. 22 plus X or no X. This is in the gamete. And when they unite, the females are having a pair of X and males are having only one X. So females are having 24 chromosomes, males are having only 23 chromosomes. Now this is Drosophila. Drosophila, as I told you, it is showing XX and XY. So Y is smaller, distinctly smaller. The female is having 2X, the pair of X chromosomes as sex chromosomes, and the male is having X and Y as sex chromosomes. Now this is about human being. Human being are having total 46. So male is having 44 autosomes and XY, and female is having 44 and XX. So in gametes, the male gametes, the sperms can have 22 and X, 22 autosomes and X, or sperms can also have 22 and Y. Half of the sperms, 50% are having X and 50 are having Y. But the female is producing female gamete, that is ova, and all ova have 22 plus X. Female has to offer only X. So the result would be the zygotes are 44 plus XX, then it is female baby girl, and if it is 44 plus XY, then it is baby boy, the male. Now the another type of sex determination is ZW. Now here the alphabets have been changed just to make it distinct from the XY and XX type of sex determination. And this type of sex determination is found in birds. In many birds, the female has a pair of dissimilar. Now here it is opposite. The female is having dissimilar sex chromosomes, and these sex chromosomes are Z and W. They are called the alphabets have been chosen different just to make it distinct or different from the XX or XY type of sex determination. So here the female is having dissimilar sex chromosomes, and these are designated as ZW, and the males are having two similar. So it is just the opposite. In case of human beings, the females are having similar and males are having dissimilar sex chromosomes. But here the females are having dissimilar sex chromosomes and males are having similar chromosomes. In order to have a distinction with the mechanism of X0 and XY, here the two different chromosomes of female bird has been designated to Z and W. Just to make difference, here the alphabets chosen are Z and W. Here female produce two different type of gametes. So here who is showing heterogamety? Female is showing heterogamety. So this phenomena is called female heterogamety. When the female gametes have the females are producing different types of gametes. The female gametes are having different sex chromosomes, then it is called female heterogamety. And here, who will be who has the responsibility for the sex of the child? Egg. That means biologically the female is responsible for the sex of the chick, because if the egg is contributing Z, then it would be male, and if the egg is contributing W, then it would be female. Here egg is responsible. Males have a pair of Z chromosomes. So males have Z and Z. So here it is opposite of what human beings are having. Human beings are having male heterogamety, whereas these birds are having female heterogamety. This again is in human beings. Father is having XY, mother is having XX, and the probability is 50-50%. So in all pregnancies, the probability is 50-50%. In every pregnancy, there is probability, 50% probability of female, the baby girl, and 50% probability is of baby boy. Okay. Now see this is ZW and ZZ. So the female is showing the heterogamety. Now female is having 76 autosomes and ZW. This is in hen. And this 76 plus ZZ. So male is showing homogamity, similar, and the female is showing heterogamity. Now this is ZWZZ system where it occurs in insects, it occurs in invertebrates also like amphibians, reptiles, birds, and in some plants also this mechanism is there for sex determination. And females have one Z and one W chromosome, and so they produce two types of eggs. The egg can have Z sex chromosome, the egg can have W chromosome, sex chromosome. Male have two homomorphic Z chromosomes, so males are showing homogamity. There is no difference. They always have to offer Z. The sex of the offspring depend upon the kind of the egg. Like in human, it's just opposite the human being. In human being, the sex of the offspring depend on the kind of the sperm. But here, the sex of the offspring depend upon the kind of the egg. Now, Z bearing egg produces male and W bearing egg produce female. So these are the different. This amphibian frog also is having this type of mechanism. Now here again the same thing, ZZ, this is the male and this is ZW. Here also the W is distinctly smaller than the Z. So male bird is having A, that is autosomes plus ZZ. So the gametes, the sperms would be, male gametes would be A plus Z and A plus Z. And the female gametes would be A plus W and A plus Z. So the egg can have W, it can also have Z. So 50% of the eggs are having W, 50% are having Z. So it depends on the egg that what sex the offspring would be having. So this, see this Punnett square, here are the gametes from the female and here are the gametes of the male. And the result is 50% chances are having male offspring and 50% chances are having female offspring. So this was all about the sex determination.